Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be a best of 5 between Maru and SOS from IEM Katowice 2018. Not quite sure where I was going with that, but yes, 2018. In the bottom right-hand corner of game number 1, here on Catalyst, the Ladder Edition, we're going to find the red Terran player. His name is Maru. Oh, love this guy. And in the top left-hand corner is going to be the blue Protoss player, SOS. Okay, so two very popular players on the channel. I went through the replay pack from IEM Katowice 2018, found a good series that I figured a lot of people would enjoy very, very much. This is from the round of 12, so I'm not sure most of you saw this, to be honest. I mean, how many of you watched all of the rounds of Katowice 2018? I think probably some of you. Probably some of you watching this, but probably not all of you watching this. I did get a specific request from Ellie, one of my subscribers, who said, hey, there were these games that were played, but they were not cast. They're not broadcast on the main. And so can you get those ones for me? And I said, sure, sounds great. But then I looked in the replay pack and I couldn't see them anywhere, and I was very confused. But it turns out the replay pack that I had originally, I think it was bogus or from an earlier Katowice, not the latest one. Anyway, it was nuts. It was really strange. Hopefully things are cleared up. This is definitely from Katowice 2018. I do check Team Liquid every time to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. But the probe harass for SOS, pretty darn annoying thus far. Probe has taken some hits in the process. These two SCVs for Maru really want to kill this probe real bad. He's going to toss down a pylon as the question of the day. The answer is nope. Nope, got the expansion down, did Maru. SCV needs to stay here. No, there's a Reaper coming from Maru. He's fine. Reaper should be able to kill this probe, at least if the probe doesn't run away. As it's not, it's trying to hide. It's trying to hide down here. I like this. And the Reaper's name is going to be the Joker. After staying a week in a Dominion high-security prison, the Joker simply couldn't take it, so he volunteered to join the Reaper program and serve his time away from the crazed murderers and psychos that out even him to shame. I don't know, put him to shame or something? Anyway, the Joker does kill Probe. Probe is annoying, but doesn't actually accomplish much of anything other than the annoyance and perhaps some lost mining time from Maru, which I'm sure Maru is cool with. Maru is getting the double gas, and he's getting a factory, so I feel like we're going to see probably some Cyclones here. Cyclone's very good against Protoss, especially against Stalkers. The Stalker is out and really wants to kill the Joker, but the Joker a little bit too fast for the Stalker. Pushing on down. Wait a second. Oh, Zealot forced to cancel. SOS, what are you doing? SOS forces to cancel the natural base with a Zealot of all things, and then a Stalker shows up. And the Kitty 8 charge didn't even blow that guy back. What was that? I don't know what that was about. Dude, Stalker needs to kill the Reaper is what it needs to do, or at least kill SCVs. Getting shots off on the barracks is not going to accomplish anything for him today. A couple Marines pop out. That might be enough. Might be enough to shut this guy back, and yes, they do manage to go back, but guess who has his expansion? SOS does. Guess who doesn't? The Maru. Yes, it is Cyclones for Maru. He's got a bunker up here with a couple Marines inside. He's going to build his command center inside his main base. That's how much this pressure has hurt. That's how much this pressure has hurt this particular Terran player. Reaper named the Joker. Heading up north. Stalker waiting for this. Just saying, what up, dude? Can't hop up this way either because I threw down a cybernetics core. You can try, but it's not going to work out. KD8 charge almost gets the Stalker, doesn't quite do it. And forced to flee with very, very few hit points, 8 of them. But does have that probe kill to his name, so he's pretty pleased as punch about that. Meanwhile, we have double gateways. We have resonating glaives. Nope, that's Blink. Blink being researched by SOS. It's been a long day, you guys. It's been a really, really long day. I'm casting this actually yesterday. My buffer not quite where it wants to be. This week has been insane. But took the kids to the library yesterday. Took one of them out to lunch. Kind of do that every week, is take one of the kids out to lunch just to get some one-on-one time with them. Then did the laundry and then fed the other kids, their lunch, and then did some more laundry and then did some streaming of the Far Cry, which if you're not watching that, it's pretty fun. I understand most of you people aren't interested, but if you want to see me run around and fail at basic tasks, you should check it out. There's actually a really good moment in the stream yesterday where I was trying to use a little whirlybird, like a basic helicopter thing, as the Zealot just dies to all these Marines that are pushing out from Maru. Tried to land him on a bell tower that I could use to basically, well, it's an Assassin's Creed thing, right? You get the bell tower, you can see around you, you see points of interest, you gain vision, things like that. Anyway, I tried to fly in there in a whirlybird and clocked my head right on the bell. No pun intended. Oh man, where's their medevac support? They can't even run from this. The Blinkstalker massacre. Oh, Maru. Oh, Maru, no. Pushing out with these Marines. All right. Small group of Cyclones. Was that bait? I don't know if that was bait. Either way, Cyclones drop in here, trying to get rid of the Cybernetics core. A couple Stalkers cannot really deal with this one. Zealot shows up too, decides to unload on the low ground. Use the vision from the medevac to take down that Cyber core, and they're going to get it, but guess who's up this way? Blinkstalkers up here at Maru's front base. This is a crazy game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Cyber core does go down for SOS, but there are Stalkers inside the main base of Maru. Ah, disabled. Disabling Matrix there. Raven popping out, but there are enough Stalkers here, I think, to kill pretty much every single one of these SCVs. There are 3 Marines in a bunker, which is highly problematic. But guess who's over here? Cyclones are killing stuff in the natural base of SOS too. What is going on? Trying to micro on both sides of this map in this engagement is very, very difficult indeed. Finally, Maru gets shoved away by SOS. And the recall from the Stalkers. But natural base gone from Maru. Again, loses a natural base. A 3rd base is up and running. The Cyclone at the north finally gets taken out by these Stalkers. And let's take stock here. It's 45 to 26 total harvesters. SOS is up very, very nicely. He's got the Blink Stalkers out. He's working on charge for his Zealots. He's getting a Warp Prism here too. He's not going to let the pressure stop. The best players in the world always absolutely 100% make sure that they keep the pressure up. If you let an opposing player sit there and do nothing for a while, they're going to get a giant army up and then try to crush you with it. So you can try to out-macro them, but pressure's the best. Pressure's the best way to make sure that doesn't actually happen. They're going to blink up into the main. They're going to blink up into the main. Who's ready, though? Got our Raven. Got our Interference Matrix. Going to try to interfere one of these Stalkers, at least disable them so they can't attack. They can move. It doesn't lock them down or anything. They can move. They just can't shoot or blink or use any of their abilities. So Zealot Stalker, Blink Stalker here from SOS. This is a very Wings of Liberty style game right now from the Protoss player at least. And right now, Marine Tank, Marauder, Raven out of Maru. Again, fairly Wings of Liberty. There were a few Cyclones early. Oh, look at this. Warping of Zealots. This is so crushing for Maru. I don't think he can do this, guys. I'm staring at the situation. A bunch of charge lots. Okay, almost charge lots. They have 10 seconds to go before they are charge lots. Blinking into the front or into the main base. They're kind of stuck here. You can't blink out until that cooldown is done. You guys, are you in trouble? Oh, they did blink out. Okay, cooldown a little bit less than I anticipated there. Sometimes it goes faster than I think it will, but guess who's in? Zealots. Wow! Charging right on in top of one of these tanks in the natural base. It is going to go down. Marauders on the high ground trying to do stuff. Zealots, Stalkers on top of all the things. Anti-armor missile attacks down, reducing the armor on the Zealots. Not as good as tanking damage as they normally would be. Good force field, and he's going to try to force a liftoff and possibly kill this natural base of Maru's too. Supply depot getting hacked down. Refineries taking shots as well. Can he save the orbital command? The repair is good. Isn't enough though. Oh man, are the Stalkers going to be able to get it? No. Stalker's not able to get it. Too many Marauders on this high ground. There actually aren't any tanks remaining, which is probably too bad for Maru, but man, the destruction thus far. 21 SCVs have been killed by SOS. SOS has only lost 4 probes, sitting on 3 bases extremely happily right now. Just extraordinarily happy. Maru killing his own unbuildable rocks out of frustration and rage at what is happening to him right now. Got an Immortal in production from the SOS. Got ourselves a Widow Mine from Maru and Hallucinated Phoenix swinging on down. Anyway, to finish the story, I flew my Whirlybird gyrocopter thing and smashed directly into the bell head first, and it killed me. It was really, really embarrassing. It wasn't good at all. Zealot drop here in the main base of Maru. There's enough army to make SOS think better about doing this, though, as he flies back to the dead space. There's nothing that can kill it back there. Anti-armor does do damage, but only 30 damage per shot, and there aren't enough Ravens to kill it anyway, and it's a splash damage thing to boot, so there's really no reason to try to use anti-armor to kill a single target like this, even if it would be nice. SOS, man, steadfastly refusing to get anything past Wings of Liberty units right now, you guys. How many did you drop back in? The Zealots dropped back in the main base, and then committing to another giant Zealot attack. An attack in the main base here. SOS winning that one, too. He's up 135 to 63 total supply. Maru taps out. That's a good game in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. And SOS wins game number 1 of this best of 5. Yeah. I mean, that was just that early attack. I mean, I kind of want to say it snowballed from when that first Zealot came in. Forced to cancel on that natural base of Maru. Just a single Zealot. Single Zealot. Hit the SCV a couple times. forced to cancel, comes up, does some more attacking, and from there, SOS has his natural base and Maru does not. And that was it. From that point on, it was either 2-1 or 3-2 possibly, or Maru was forced to lift off his natural a couple more times as well. Just brutal. 3,300 resources lost from SOS compared to 5,900 for the Maru. And we'll see if he can do better in game number 2. He really kind of acted like he got caught by surprise there. SOS's aggression is legendary. But perhaps he wasn't quite ready for it. Okay, game 2 coming at you in just a second. Welcome back to this best of 5 between Maru and SOS. Game number 2 will be on Blackpink, the ladder edition. And let's check this thing out. In the bottom left-hand corner of Blackpink, we have the blue Protoss player. It is SOS. And in the top right-hand corner, the red Terran player. His name is Maru. Yeah, Maru versus SOS coming at you today from the Falcon Paladin. Again, if there are any games from Katowice 2018 you'd like me to cast that you watched live and said, holy smokes, that was a barn burner, let me know. You can email me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. That is the best way to get in touch with me. Honestly, I check my emails constantly throughout the day. Or else you could tweet at me as well. That's actually a pretty good way to contact me at the same time. Some people like to use Facebook, which I'm not actually as good at checking just because I don't get notifications. I refuse to install Facebook Messenger on my phone because it's such a battery and resource hog. So again, email is the best way. Twitter is the best way. No resource hogging going on there necessarily. Anyway, Probe here from SOS, still trying to annoy things, annoy SBs in particular here. Basically forcing Maru to babysit this person. Well, this probe, robot, as it goes around. SOS not doing anything too nuts here, just kind of going for a gateway. He's got his assimilator up. He's probably going to expand behind this, and yes, he is. One gate expand for the win. It's been very safe for Protoss for a long time now. Who invented this rebuild? I want to say it was Heart of the Swarm this finally came about. Might have been somebody like SOS, to be honest. It's just so good. You get an early unit out or two here. You can expand. You don't really have to worry about aggression for the most part, especially if you scout with the probe, which most Protoss players do these days, is they scout with a probe. Just because there's a lot of things Terran can do, a lot of proxies, a lot of annoying things they can do to actually wreck ya in the early game. And so being able to know what's going on the other side of the map is tantamount in importance. Looks like we're skipping Reaper this time as Maru didn't do a whole lot in game number 1. Perhaps he feels like it's better to just try to get up that factory as soon as possible, and he is. About a 2-minute factory. He's got the one gas running, not quite a second one yet, but hopefully he'll be able to hold his natural base for now. He does have a Marine out fairly early, which is better for base defense than a Reaper is, as long as he stays home. Are you checking for proxies? This looks like a Marine who's checking for proxies, but there's nothing really to see. Did he not see this? He didn't scout this. He didn't see this Twilight Council coming up here in game number 2. So that's why. He saw there's a pylon missing and said, no way. There's got to be something untoward going on. But no, it's just inside SOS's base. So, I don't know. Putting some fear of Protoss into your Terran opponent is never a bad thing. Definitely not here. Starport under construction for Maru. Got more and more Marines coming out too. Got his double gas going. All things are very happy here in game number 2. For the Maru. Again, we're keeping track of the score in the top right. Most of the time I have this in my games. I actually don't know how to get rid of it in the interface that I use, so it's just 0 to 0 because it's a best of 1. But in these best of 3, best of 5, best of 7 situations, it's really fun to keep that thing updated. You can know what's going on just at a quick glance in the top right there. I know the WCS interface has it as well down here, but just like the size of the minimap on this one, there's just a lot more space. A lot more space for activities, as Will Ferrell might say. Oh, Dark Shrine. Wow. Is he going Archon drops or DTs here? Put your bets down now. Press 1 if you think it's going to be DTs. Press 2 if you think it's going to be Archon drops. I kind of feel like Archons from SOS. I really don't see him going for DTs. They're just so gimmicky. You can lose real fast if the Terran player is on top of stuff. If he scouts it, if he's got a couple scans available at the wrong time for you. I mean, generally, the Terran shouldn't have scans available because he's going to use his energy as fast as he can. As soon as he gets 50, it's going to be a mule. Let's see how long it takes him to get a mule here. Maybe longer than I thought. Maru? All right, maybe he is saving up for a scan. Oh, forward pylon by SOS. There's no way he expected this to go unscouted. And this one too. This one dies. So I mean, losing a couple pylons, but being aware there are drops coming for SOS, there are some trade-offs. I don't know if it was worth it, though. Losing a couple pylons hurts. Okay, so he was warping in a DT, then he just canceled it. I saw that. Nope, one did come in. Maybe it was a second. Maybe that was just a very, very fast warp in. He is making a DT, so those of you that chose option number 1, congratulations. You are a big winner today. All right, does Maru see this? Oh, wow. A couple of free Marines. There's the scan. See, look. Okay, a couple of free Marines, but you're dead. And here comes the push. Adepts ready to rock. They do not have resonating glaives. Another Dark Templar comes out. Hopefully there's not enough for a scan available for Maru again, says SOS, but there is. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is what I said. You can make the DTs and they're very good unless they're terrible, in which case you're dead. Another DT comes in, trying to swing around. Oh, there's your scan, though. Get out of the scan radius. Get out of the scan radius. He is. If you're going to go away, though, we're going to kill your probes, says the Maru. DT getting right on up here. Oh, almost got focused down and killed it, but he's still alive. He's still alive, and Maru doesn't have scans available. He's making a Raven, which is definitely the smart choice to make. Yeah, but it's dropping in to this section of SOS's base, trying to get rid of... Oh, he's going to try to cancel the Twilight. Try to cancel the charge, but no, too much stuff defending here from SOS, not able to do it. Low ground drop. We saw this trick in game number 1. The low ground drop, but Immortal on the high ground kind of shuts this down a little bit. No, the pylon. Depowering it, stopping the charge upgrade. That's amazing. Depowering 2 of the gateways temporarily until another pylon comes in about 10 seconds later. No big deal. Dark Templar trying to sneak his way up, but guess what? There's a Raven. There's a Raven now from Maru. We've seen Ravens in early game, both in games 1 and game 2 here. DT does get taken down after getting a couple swipes off. Warp Prism sneaking up to the top side of the map here for the Maru. And we're going to get a warp in. Maybe. Oh, but no. Look out. Look out. Warp Prism. Get out of there. Lock on ability. Does not have enough to take it down. Warp Prism hangs out in this dead space and says, please don't. Oh, no. Coming from the other side. Is there anywhere to hide? No. Warp Prism gets taken down. That was awesome by Maru. Good map awareness. Good map knowledge. You can't hide back here if you throw Terran units on the left side and the right side. That was great. Third base warping in from SOS up this left side. We've got Marines. We've got Cyclones. 6 kills on that Cyclone for Maru. Against Zealots, Depths, and an Immortal from our Protoss player. 97 to 86 total supply. Maru has a lead here. Is there any splash damage is my concern right now for SOS. He doesn't have Storm. He doesn't have Archons. He doesn't have Disruptors. He has nothing that can get rid of large groups of bio. And it is kind of a bio-mech mix, I'd say, from Maru right now. He's got Widow Mines. He's got Cyclones, but there's Marauders in here too, and Medivacs, and here's your Archon from SOS. Okay, there's your splash damage, I suppose. There be your splash damage. Maru knows he needs to take down this third base or take a third base of his own, so he decides to make a beeline right for it. No, he wants to keep his natural, I guess. He's a little bit undecided now, which is fairly understandable. Widow Mines are burrowing on in. Scan seeing exactly what SOS is up to. Tries to come around this left side and pick off a couple units. Does he have... He has a concussive shell now, but it doesn't actually matter. Good force fields keeping some of these guys out of the battle. But a couple Zealots are done absorbing the damage and taking it for Maru's army here. This is a pretty even battle, but reinforcements coming out here for Maru pretty darn quickly. Defender's advantage. A nice deal here. Widow Mines just want to fire on something. Anti-armor catches the Immortal. Oh, catches all of these units. Oh, the anti-armor here. Zealot's not lasting nearly as long as they should be able to. Drops the armor of these guys by 3. Dropping it to -2 armor. For these Stalkers, run. Get out of there. Pick stuff up. Save them, SOS. Save him. You really can't engage. He's trying to recall. He loses 4 Stalkers in the process, but does manage to recall most of those units back home. That hurts. That hurt immensely. Okay, so Maru pushing up to this third base location. He wants to take it down. Warp Prism from SOS trying to do stuff, but look who left some units home. Maru did. He's smart. He's not moving everybody out. Oh, the Widow Mines want to get it. The Widow Mines want to get the Warp Prism so bad, but no, Warp Prism too smart for that. Third base taking some shots. Forward pylon getting hit. Zealot trying to do some... No, Widow Mines finally do fire on a couple of Zealots, but that's about it. They're dead right about now. Any more anti-armor available? No, not enough energy on the Raven to do it. Actually, a lot of Zealots in here causing some problems for Maru. Full armor on these guys this time around. It's not quite as terrible as it was previously. There is a DT Immortal drop in the main base of Maru, though. What are these guys doing? Well, there's a missile turret. So, and an EMP on the guy. Oh, it manages to hide. What? How is he hiding? Big time damage down here at the third base, though. SOS actually has to abandon his third base at this point. The army is too big, but guess who's inside his production, killing all of his stuff? Maru losing his things right now. Maru continuing to push up. Got Liberators. Probes pulling the boys. Forced to fight right now. It is not looking good for SOS. It's basically the reverse situation from game number 1. It is 103 to 41. A total supply. Yes, there is some desperation stuff going on inside Maru's base with this Immortal. 12 kills on it. Dark Templar in the natural base of Maru trying to kill all of the dudes here, but natural base, a ghost town. Third base, a ghost town for SOS. It's 21 to 34 total Harvester. Too many Marines, too many Marauders with the +1/+1 here. Liberators, just the icing on the cake for Maru right now. Trying to come on and do this thing with a handful of Stalkers and an Immortal, but the natural base is gone. Liberators setting up. SOS forced to retreat up his own ramp, losing a couple Stalkers. Again, the bio so good there, and that's a good game out of SOS. SOS is defeated, and Maru is victorious, tying the series up 1-1 after 2 games. Oh, that was intense. I was forget how intense these matches can be sometimes with players as good as Maru and SOS. 6,500 resources lost from Maru, 11,000, 21,000 lost for SOS. That's a lot. That is so much dead stuff. And that's 11. Why did it carry the 12? That's 12,000, not 21. I'm dyslexic. It's cool. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, but again, Maru just allowed to kind of set up, do his own thing. There's really not a lot of pressure coming his way in the first couple minutes of this game. Got a Marine out to make sure there wasn't any. SOS lost a couple pylons early. The early harass didn't do anything. Remember this Warp Prism that died very quickly. And then the Raven, and then the Widow Mines, and then the upgrades, and it was good. It was good stuff. Not enough splash damage from SOS, honestly. Had a couple Archons, but really went all in on that DT stuff, and it didn't really work out for him. The one DT that did succeed managed to get in this mineral line and kill some stuff, but he was alone. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with game number 2. Let's come back with game number 3. Went into default wrap-up mode there. What was that? I don't know. Been a while since I've cast a best of 5, I guess. All right, game 3 coming your way in just a second. Welcome back to this best of 5 between Maru and SOS here on Eastwatch, the latter edition. And here in the top right-hand corner, sporting a very, very bright red this time, is the red player, Maru. And in the bottom left, his Protoss opponent, the blue Protoss player, it is SOS. All right, so PvT coming at you again in this best of 5 series. 1-1, as you can see in the top right-hand corner. And yes, something about this map just makes the colors pop a little bit. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something you can set the color saturation when you're making a map, which seems interesting because that is a setting in the StarCraft2 options. I don't know why a map maker would be able to make the colors more vibrant, but that's what we're seeing here. So it's consistent enough too. It's happened on this map a bunch of times. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I like brighter colors. I'm a really fan of people who play as yellow or pink, as those are some of the brighter colors available. Red is a little bit usually duller than this, right? It's usually kind of a duller maroon kind of a red rather than a bright red. But anyway, here it's that one. Probe harassing still wants to kill this SCV real bad. The best worker harassers are Protoss these days. Showtime's excellent. SOS has been so good in this series, just making the Terran player wish that he had never been born. This Probe, get out of my house. Look at him fighting too, and he's doing a good job keeping his shields. Well, making sure that his shields do take all the damage, right? Once he starts taking hull damage, or right before he starts taking hull damage, he's running away, he's getting his shields back up, and he's starting another fight. So the number of injured SCVs here is 3 for Maru. Another one going to get injured, and Maru's not going to take the time to repair his guys. He's just not. It's not worth the minerals. It's not worth the lost mining time. So good. All right, it is a Reaper in production here for our Terran player. The Reaper's name is going to be Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo took a role in a movie where his character's ship crash lands on Char and must make his way off the planet filled with Zerglings. This is the wrong movie. Filled with Zealots with nothing but a Reaper suit. To study for the role, he volunteered to go to the front lines and killed both Zealots and Probes. Man, good luck with that, dude. Is this Probe still alive? Yeah, man. I mean, it doesn't have any kills and is going to get killed by Leo here. But look at the number of injured SCVs. 1, 2, 3. He's got 4. He's injured 4 SCVs with that one Probe, which is just So good. So very, very good. All right, Zealot from SOS popping out. He's looking at him taking the long route here. The Reaper, he's hoping the Reaper moves out, right? He's hoping he's happy. There's no Zealot coming, decides to move on out. Stalker to catch this guy. Leo, though. Leo, worst possible position here. Nice juke. But here comes the Zealot. Is he actually going to force a cancel? SCV repair build. Oh, no. 1 hit point. 1 second of build time remaining on that building. And he gets it. Okay, sacrifices another SCV to come in and make sure he gets that. That was incredible. Incredible bravery. All right, so once again, this looks like a repeat of game number 1. Reaper trying to kill as much stuff as he can back down here. He still has the 1 kill from killing the pro back in his own base, but can he get some kills here in the natural main base, or rather the main base of SOS? Yeah, gets a couple, but check this out. SCV, oh, nothing repairing. Cyclone comes out, and that might actually be the end of the show. Cyclone Marine pretty good against Zealot Stalker here, although look who's going for it, man. Look who's going for it. Picking off Marines, gonna lose a Stalker in the process. Reaper does have 3 total kills, got 2 additional ones after, again, killing the one inside his own main and setting up to defend his Maru. So we're 3 minutes and 50 seconds in this way. Additional Cyclones in production, getting a medevac for the healing purposes, as this Marine is actually fairly injured. SCV is going to fix up this Cyclone quite nicely, and SOS is going for the Blink. Where's the Blink at? The Blink, where are you? Oh, over here, left side of the main base. There's the Blink upgrade. So yeah, this is pretty much a replay of game number 1. If I had to put money on it at this point, I would say that SOS is going to win this, just because he did manage to delay the expansion of Maru by about 10 seconds, which, not generally enough. In regular games, right, it doesn't really matter, but in this kind of a game where both players are elite, both players are exceptionally good at this game, yeah, I mean, 10 seconds can be the difference. It really can come down to it. Although, look at him switching it up. He's going Dark... Nope, Shield Battery. Going Dark Shrine here. Over by his Twilight Council. He's got to do Archons this time. He really can't go Dark Templar, especially since Maru already has a Raven coming out. So Shield Battery, if it ever finishes building, it is a pretty long build time. 29 seconds for one of these guys. And look at this push. Oh, he's going to try to get rid of the Shield Battery before it can do any helping here. It does get a couple of seconds of healing off, but then it explodes. Oh, the pressure from Maru is real right now. Look at this Micro 2 lifting, dropping the Cyclone to get shots off. Oh, they both die anyway, though. And that's enough for Maru. He decides to head on out. Hopefully, he doesn't lose this medevac, but guess what? Almost has Blink. These guys... And Blink! Oh, couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. Came up this way. There's really no way for the Stalkers to get up there. And he might actually make it home. It's another Probe Scout? Another Probe Scout from SOS, but he gets a perfect... What? Wait, what? He just threw a pylon inside the main base of Maru. Tank it, gonna make short work of that. Forward slow warping pylon from SOS. Get some additional Stalkers here. Bunker at the front. Bunker gonna finish. Bunker gonna finish. It does finish. Your Blink Stalkers don't care. Goodbye, Tank. Goodbye, Marines. Goodbye, SCVs. SCVs forced to be pulled off the line to deal with this. So bad. A couple of them get stuck, but they blink out of that one. Marauder taken down. This is some really, really good pressure out of SOS right now. SCVs just getting picked apart one by one right now. Don't get stuck in a corner. You have Blink. Look at that. Look at that Blink. 7 SCVs going down. There's another attack at the front. Empty bunker. DT's wandering in. Dude, wipe out this SCV line. Are you going to try to help this? Oh, the Stalker's blinking. Another SCV does go down. 10 total SCVs down here. There's a Raven. Stalker, yeah, I'm going to say don't go inside the main base if you're Dark Templar. There's a Raven hanging out here. Finally, Stalker does get pinned into a corner. Dark Templar wanders into the main base while everybody else is distracted. 18 SCVs have gone down, transferring to the natural base. No, it's not safe. It is not safe here. Go back to the main, I guess. I mean, sure, they got rid of the one up there, but that's 22 SCVs down. Forward bunker down, too. It is 50 to 30 total harvesters. SOS is up right now, and he is just making it look easy. Making it look easy against somebody as good as Maru. SOS takes his third base at the gold, which does return additional minerals per trip, which is very, very nice, especially for Zerg in the early game, but good for everyone. I mean, taking a gold is going to be a benefit no matter who you are or what stage of the game. So if you can go for it, go for it. Of course, the trade-off is it's usually really hard to keep them. They're really easy to harass. This high ground harassment position from tanks is fantastic, but what is going on right here? Are those Ewoks? Are there Ewoks on this map? Oh my gosh, there's Ewoks on Eastwatch. What? That's what those are, right? Got the hoods, they're little teddy bears, they got sticks. I'm pretty sure there are Ewoks on this map. I had no idea until today. Are there more? Are there more Ewoks? He's trying to take a 4th base as SOS. Good golly. Good golly. Alright, Maru got to make something happen right now. Got to absolutely push in, kill a base, take a 3rd of his own, do something incredible. Once again, not a lot of splash damage out of SOS. Traditionally, I really harp on this need to go for splash versus Terran, especially if they have this much bio going, as Maru does. But really, we haven't seen any Archons yet. We haven't seen any attempt to go for Storm. I mean, there's not even a Templar Archives, so we can't even start it if he wanted to right now. But he's making it happen. Zealots to absorb shots, Stalkers to deal damage. Dark Templar for some stuff too. What is this? Another DT? Another DT gets in. Oh, these SCVs. Good reaction time out of Maru. Fantastic reaction time out of Maru, actually. Oh, Marauder tries to do it. Widowmine tries to do it. Marine tries to do it. Finally ends up getting it here. And what are you doing in this corner, Maru? I don't understand what the positioning is. Oh, coming for the backside, though. Is SOS peeling around, blinking up, trying to get rid of the Raven. Can't do it and swings over to the gold base. Nope. Not going to do that. Meanwhile, another Dark Templar wandering in. Widowmine, friendly fire. Might have been enough here. Dropping inside the main base. Anti-armor missile does happen. But there's not enough remaining units here for Maru to really follow up with that. Unfortunately, he does manage to drop here in this 3rd gold base location of SOS. Shield battery's done healing. It's used all of its energy right now. Another good warping of Zealots should be able to chase this thing away. Is there any Protoss units on the right side available? Nope. So 7 probes did get taken down during that little bit of an attack. It was a nice maneuver by Maru, but I don't think it's game-changing. We're at 33 to 49 total harvesters. SOS is just economically so far ahead. So far ahead right now. DT, once again, trying to escape the scanned radius. Oh, he almost got out, but he juked back a little bit. I don't know what that was. Another DT going to come in. SOS is kind of, I don't know if he's throwing these away. He is keeping Maru's attention focused on his own base at least a little bit. At least a little bit of distraction from what's going on at the front. More SCVs. The SCV kill count is 36. 36 in the first 10 minutes of this game. A Legacy of the Void is nuts. It is so absolutely nuts. Yeah. All right, here we go. Zealot down. Marines, Marauders versus Zealot Stalker. A straight-up engagement here by Maru would actually be disgusting. Brought the SCVs, recognizing this is it. Anti-armor does go down on these Zealots. SCVs getting obliterated and removed pretty darn quickly here. But look at this. Look at these guys go. They got the +1 attack. They're pushing in. Again, no splash damage at all. Raven providing some very nice detection. DT has taken what's left of Maru's stuff, though. Maru's down to 15 SCVs. He needs to win this fight, and he needs to win it now. Is he actually going to do this thing? Are you kidding me? Probes getting pulled from the 3rd base of SOS. Stalker's trying to hold. No, too much bio. Not enough splash. 3rd base is a ghost town. Single probe remaining right now. Go ahead and pick up and go in the main. What does SOS even have right now? 6 Stalkers and a Dark Templar and a couple Zealots? Are we going to base race this thing? What is happening? Is Maru actually going to come back? In this game number 3, this pivotal game number 3, Pylon down. Stalkers not enough, man. Stalkers cannot handle this many Marines and Marauders with medevac support. And Stim and +1. More probes thrown to the meat grinder. SOS can afford to lose them because Maru only has 11 SCVs remaining. But look at them just continuing to push on through, crush on through. And that's a good game from SOS. Maru takes it. What? Maru takes game number 3. Wow, SOS was up 20 workers at one point in this game. 20 workers, an additional base, but didn't have the splash damage. Couldn't stand in against in a straight-up fight with Marines and Marauders with medevac support and Stim and +1 attack. Can't do it. Gateway units can't handle that. And Maru pushed when he needed to, saw his advantage, recognized the lack of Storm and Archons, and said, go for it. Let's do this thing, and he did. Fantastic show by Maru there. Just amazing. Amazing, amazing stuff. All right, that's it for game number 3. Let's come back with game number 4. See if Maru can wrap this thing up in 4 games, or if SOS can force a game number 5. Stick with me, and we'll find out. It is time for game 4 of this best of 5 between Maru and SOS, brought to you by Falcon Paladin. Game number 4 will be on Neon Violet Square, the latter edition. And let's get right on into it. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran player. His name is Maru. And in the bottom right-hand corner, his opponent, the blue Protoss player, who's kind of kicking himself, I think. For game number 3, it is SOS. Yeah, man, when you're up 20 workers against your opponent and on 3 bases to 2, and to lose that game, I would be feeling pretty bad about that. But you have to take it one game at a time in sports, and this is no exception. All right, here's the probe. Here's the probe that's going to harass Maru throughout this early game for another 2 or 3 minutes, I assume. SCV just wants to build his barracks in peace, man. Come on, leave him alone. Just leave him alone. At least another SCV has his back. SCV building the barracks is nonplussed. All right, going to go ahead and scout another SCV. Man. All right, just checking to make sure it's no too early gases. That would imply Banshees or super early Cyclones or whatever. But everything's okay here in Mario Land, according to SOS. SOS needs to win this game to move on to game number 5. If he loses here, he's out. He's out. He will not make it the next round of IEM Katowice 2018. He'll have to go home, which is a horrible, horrible thing to have to say. Oh, look at him chuck down a pylon up here. SOS, what are you doing, man? Oh, this is fantastic. I like this very sneaky place. Most players won't take this. You'd think, well, this is a very safe place to take your natural, but 1, it doesn't have very many mineral patches. And number 2, you kind of want to keep this in reserve. If you can't take a 3rd base, if you're really struggling in taking a 3rd base, because your opponent's kind of got you sieged out here, you can take this one. Or this could be a 4th or a 5th base. Oh, the proxy Stargate! Oh, the proxy Stargate! Reaper moving out. Reaper moving out for the Maru. Looking for proxies. Looking for stuff that SOS has tossed up here. His Reaper name is Falcon Paladin. The popular StarCraft caster is sucked into the game and conscripted into the Terran army. Well, why? Sounds racist, man. What if I wanted to play for the Zerg army, huh? Why wouldn't they conscript me? Why does it have to be Terran just because I'm a human? Are Terrans even humans? These are good questions to ask. Anyway, Falcon has an irrational fear of Viper abducts and chose to put on a Reaper suit rather than drive a tank. Again, this is not against a Zerg opponent, but that's totally fine. Look at him looking for stuff, but he doesn't know about this one. He doesn't know about this. Oh, man. Finally, probe dies. Reaper gets his probe kill. Is he going to check this? Oh, he's going to check it. He's going to check it, but there's a Void Ray coming already, and a shield battery, and another shield battery. Okay, this probe. Oh, look at the healing. Look at the healing on this probe. He's immortal. The Reaper can't kill this probe. Not another shield battery. Okay, this is problematic. Stalker up here at the natural base of Maru 2. Reaper probably going to die. No, hops in the bunker. Tries to get it up. There's a wall. Here's your Void Ray. He's going to be healed up by 3 shield batteries. Very, very soon here. Look at him. Usually Marines are great anti-air. They're fantastic anti-air. I've seen this. I've seen clips of this on the Reddit, but I've never actually seen this before in a game that I have cast. I am so glad that SOS is doing this just for the experience of casting it. Wow. So Void Ray essentially unkillable right now. These 3 shield batteries will heal it from a dead to living very, very quickly. Stalker's here to help as well. SOS is not relying entirely on Void Rays. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. If you're trying this against a Terran opponent and your Protoss, bring some Stalkers too. You're going to have the resources available for it. Another Void Ray here. Natural base is not happening for Maru. He's just done. He is done right now. Look at this. Losing reactor. Barracks forced to lift off. Pull in the boys. Here come the SCVs. Here come 4 Marines. Is it enough? I don't know. Swing back around to where the shield batteries are. There we go. Getting nicely healed up. Look at the healing. Oh, it's so good. Another shield battery here. Giving healing before it dies to the Cyclone, but that's okay. Lock on, getting some nice shots off, but that's it. Maru taps out, recognizes the Void Rays are unkillable. I'm done. Let's go to a game number 5 and see what happens there. That was fantastic by SOS. Oh, scout this. Scout this location, Terran players. You got to do it. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That's hilarious. That is so good. Oh, cheese. This was cheese. This was a cheese entry, everyone. That was SOS on the ropes, right? Like, on the ropes. His IEM Katowice life on the line right now, and he decides to proxy Stargate with 3 or 4 shield batteries. Oh, that was good. I mean, what was lost here? A shield battery and 2 probes got lost by SOS. That was it. That's it. That's it in 4 minutes. Yeah, figure this build out, Protoss players and Terran players scout here. That's the deal. All right, game number 5. We're going to come back with game number 5 in this best of 5 from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back to this best of 5 between Maru and SOS. Game number 5 will be on Backwater, the latter edition, which is known for having weird bird whistles in the background. And let's introduce our players. In the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be the red Terran player currently having won 2 games and lost 2 games. It is Maru. And in the top left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player, his name is SOS. All right, SOS versus Maru here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. What else did we do today? Also watched Lady Bird today, an Oscar-nominated movie. Did not win the Oscar, but it was very good. A very good coming-of-age story of a girl growing up in Sacramento, California. I actually have family that lived in Sacramento. Do they still live there? I think they moved. Somebody still lives in Sacramento. The kids are grown, though. My cousins are gone. Anyway, and yeah, it's very, the main character calls it the Midwest of California. And yeah, it's a fair characterization, I would say. Anyway, it was good. So I saw Get Out also a few months ago. That was another Oscar-nominated film. And then was there one more that I've seen from the list? Ooh, The Post. I watched The Post as an Oscar-nominated film. And that one, probably my least favorite of the 3. Get Out was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen Get Out, you should probably see Get Out. I mean, you think Oscar-nominated film, you think it's all pretentious, and it's just not. Get Out is very fun. It's a horror movie. Well, more of a thriller, I would say. It's an interesting line between thriller and horror film. It doesn't, like Friday the 13th or It is a horror film. This is a thriller in the sense that it is... Anyway, you should see it. You should see it. That's all. Reaper on the way here for Maru. Going to play defense against this so annoying probe. The probes, or the Reaper's name rather. We're not going to name the probes. That's horrible. The Reaper's name is, I have it here, X4-1D3. Codename Plague Lord. The subject was captured on May 25th, the year 2554, for attempting to steal a shipment of the Zerg evolutionary virus. All witnesses were killed, however, as he kills this probe, who was trying to be sneaky, mind you. Trying to be very, very sneaky indeed. The attack was clearly orchestrated by an organization more powerful than a mere group of thugs. Alright, so X4 moving out, having killed the probe as is tradition here for Reapers in this best of 5. It is a Stargate opening from SOS again, so we had some good success with the Stargate units in game number 4. Going to try to replicate it here in game number 5. Reaper sneaking on in. I mean, not sneaking, just walking in the front door in full sight of all the Protoss. But I'm going to try to get some probe kills here. And you know what? Wow, actually forcing probes off the line. Where is the Adept? Oh, this was a juke. This was a juke by Maru. Look at that, getting another probe kill. Adept says, you get out of my house. I will destroy you. Oh, another probe goes down, backed into a corner. Oh, KD8 charged. And recognizing that's it. Recognizing X4 is toast. And he is toast. Ooh, idle probe. Probe, get back to work. SOS's probe. Come on, man. Come on, man, you can do it. Get back in there. Oh, I guess he's worried about the Adepts back home trying to kill, or back on the other side trying to kill some SCVs. Got a couple of them, which is all right. Not the greatest, but still, you take what you can get. Oracle opening here. We have an Oracle name. Do we have an Oracle name? We're actually out of Oracle names. This is something where there are names that I need to put on my list and I just haven't yet. Oh, it probably is. It probably is. All right, we will name this Oracle Sandra. Sandra the Oracle doesn't have a backstory. She's going to try to get up here with these Adepts and get some stuff done on the other side of the map. Maru making a Cyclone, making Marines, making Medevacs. Pretty much what you want if you're going anti-air here against the Terran player. Marines ready to rock against these 2 Adepts. They don't have Resonating Glaives. Yes, they do very well. Oh, but the Cyclone with the added DPS. Again, no bonus damage versus light units, but still, the DPS period is just wonderful for those Cyclones. If we take a look at it here, it's weapon speed 0.1. Anytime your weapon speed is 0.1, I don't care what kind of damage you're dealing a lot of damage. And they're not all that tanky, so that's how we balance this, but much better against armored units. A Stasis Horde actually killing the Stasis Horde as it's in the process of being thrown down. I don't know if I've seen that before. That was very interesting for Maru. Oh, double. Is he going Mass Oracle? It's Mass Oracle from SOS. He's making a third one here. Is he going to make one more, or is he done after the 3? This is very interesting indeed. And Ghana, he's making another one. Okay, Mass Oracle against Maru. I feel like Maru's got a handle on this, though. He's got a Viking out, which is kind of your answer to it. Sort of shuts it down entirely. If you were to ask my honest opinion, one Viking will kill infinite number of Oracles because they can't shoot up. They can't shoot across the way here. Meanwhile, drop inside the main base of SOS, forcing all the probes to run away. Oh, can he actually depower this Stargate before the Oracle pops out? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. He gets it. Oh, he gets it. 37 out of 37. How is that even possible? Attack at the front here. Adepts and Stalkers are fighting very, very nicely, chasing away Maru's units. Marines getting killed here. Oracles, oh, just walking right on into this main base of Maru. The SCV massacre is going to be absolutely insane. 8 SCVs down. How many more? 9 SCVs down. Additional SCVs going down. There's a Viking here. Like I said, sure, there's a Viking, but how much damage can you do to these guys? Really, the Cyclones are going to be more useful. Do they have lock-on ability? They, in fact, do. Goodbye, friends. Meanwhile, a drop at the natural base by Maru is going to get cleaned up here, too. What an absolutely insane first 5 minutes of this game this has been. SOS shows up with a bunch of Stalkers and Adepts here at the front door. There's nothing to go inside the bunker for Maru. He's forced to fight with SCVs, and a couple Cyclones, couple Marines do pop into the bunker at this time, but 25 SCVs have gone down. 25. Ooh, Oracles are all toast, though. Are they all gone? Yeah. SOS has 4 Stalkers, 3 Adepts, and 3 Zealots. It's okay, so it's a 3-basing Maru, which is actually a bit of a turn of the tide for the rest of the series, comparably. He's got 3 bases. SOS is just now throwing down his 3rd, so he's behind on the macro stylings. Maru is sitting on a Raven in production. Another Oracle from SOS. Your Oracles, I don't know if they did a lot. I don't know if they did enough to keep doing this, but who knows? I mean, maybe Maru won't expect it, so anything you can do to make your opponent not be aware of what you're doing next works for me. So 2,400 resources lost for SOS to this point in the game, and 2,500 for Maru. It is close as close can be. It is still 37 to 30 harvesters. SOS has the lead there in worker count, but again, the number of bases Maru has and the mules that he's tossing down too are going to help even that one out. Vikings trying to fly on into the main base of SOS, getting shoved away and repulsed by a couple Stalkers. The anti-air is fantastic here. Adepts trying to roll on in to this natural base, taking some tank fire though. You don't want to take tank fire, guys. Oh, but some free mules. Mules trying to come in, trying to flee. Mule doesn't want to die. It has so much energy remaining, and Adepts just getting shelled. However, another Cyclone drop here at the natural base. Meanwhile, dropping some Vikings at the main base of SOS. Natural base under fire, main base under fire. Vikings getting the heck on out of there after they killed just a couple of probes, losing a Viking in the process. They are so slow. Their move speed is not fast at all, but they have incredible range to make up for it. Dropping the Cyclones at the 3rd base of SOS, going to try to take this Nexus down, but a couple Stalkers and a Zealot should be enough to handle this, especially considering the Cyclones are very low on HP. One of them is anyway. Look at this micro from SOS. Oh, loses the Stalker anyway, though, and both Cyclones managed to get the heck on out of there. Meanwhile, Viking landing again, just recognizing he's not going to flee. He's not going to make it out of here, so might as well do as much damage against probes as you can. 4 more probes end up going down. 23 probes have died, and 27 SCVs have lost their lives so far. Wow, more Oracles from SOS. This is so unorthodox. He's going to follow up a mass Oracle opening that didn't, I mean, okay, it actually did kill a lot of SCVs for Maru. Let's be straight about that. Absolutely has killed a lot of SCVs, but they also got destroyed. The Marines were good. The Cyclones were good. There are so many more Marines now than there were previously. We're sitting at 19 Marines. They've almost got stim. Well, okay, they're about a 1/3 of the way to getting stim. Combat shield and +1 coming in here too. But here comes Maru with the push. This could be the shortest best of 5-game series I've ever cast if this ends soon. And I kind of feel like it is. Maru's up 108 to 87 total supply. He has a very, very nice lead on his opponent. He's trying to push across the map. Oracle's swinging on in. You have a missile turret, right? Okay. I was going to say, if Maru did not have a missile turret after losing 20 SCVs to an Oracle attack earlier in the game, I'd be very upset with him. Ravens leading the charge here, scanning on in, seeing what we're dealing with, and again, absolutely no splash damage. Nothing from SOS. It's going to be Oracles that are trying to fly in and do some stuff. Ah, catches a missile turret to the face. No, but there's no missile turret in the natural base at all. The attack at the front going very, very well. Anti-armor toss down, and that's a good game. Well played from SOS. SOS is defeated, and Maru was victorious in 9 minutes and 33 seconds. That's a world record. That is a world record shortest best of 5. Every game about 10 minutes, sometimes shorter than that. I think we're at a total of about 45 minutes or so. That's amazing for an entire best of 5. Some of you guys are going to be surprised when you watch this and realize it went to a game 5. But yeah, again, SOS just has some kind of issue, some kind of block about using splash damage against a Terran player. I don't know what it is. Maybe he feels like he can't get there in time, but in time to deal with these pushes, but I don't know. And again, going for oracles at that last game, I found a very questionable decision out of SOS. That attack at the front was just too strong for Maru, Marines, Cyclones, Marauders, Raven, pretty much the composition he's been using throughout this entire series. And it just worked. Just kept working. SOS didn't really have an answer for it and was forced to tap out there in 9.5 minutes. So great game to Maru, getting the win in this best of 5 series. He will move on to the next round of IEM Katowice 2018. And I think that's going to be it from me. Let's go ahead and wrap this up just a little bit. We're sitting at, how many resources lost? 5,500 for SOS compared to 3,600 for Maru. Just consistently been the truth. If you lose the most resources, you're going to lose the game. SOS lost 4 oracles, 24 probes. Maru lost 27 SCVs and 18 Marines. That was his big thing. And look at that. Dead stasis ward in the units lost tab. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It is so fun casting these. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void Best of Series. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.